Well, hello there. I'm Clarabelle Calico. Today we're playing Chaos Head. And I'm glad to see there's already people chatting. um, there's also oh wait, am I on? Yes, I am. Okay. I thought I had my microphone on mute. Um I was cutting up one of my videos and hello, how's it going? I was cutting up one of my videos and I heard I heard I heard a different voice, a voice that wasn't like I don't know, I guess a ghost voice. Yeah. Um I tried getting it to show up on the program that I'm editing on, but it didn't show the video for some reason. So I was trying to export it, but it's taking a long time. It's not even halfway done. I guess I'll show it to you. I'll show you this spooky ghost voice when it's done. Yeah, but we'll go ahead and get on into it. Wow! Oh, there we go. Wow! Whoop. Ghost in the shell? It's a little... I put it in the shell. Oh, wait. No, this might start me at the beginning. I do this every time! Potato PC? Maybe? Yeah. No, I think it's just because I have a bunch of things open. I should close them. That's probably part of it. Oh, there we go. It's going a little bit faster. Okay. Yes. Man, quick start, quick start. It's gotta be quick start. Oh. Why can't I remember this every time? Oh! It was right there! We're on chapter 2. Come on! There we go. It was so spooky when I heard it. It was in the limbo stream. Wait, this isn't where we were at. What? No. I saved it. Do I have... Oh, I guess I have too many things up here. How do I get rid of them? No! Data lock. Back. What? Oh, okay. There we go. I gotta write down how to do it every time. Mope. Whoa, I'm gonna get out of the way of the text so I can read it. The song ended. FES looked down, her body swaying from side to side, immersing herself in the last seconds of the song. Then she suddenly raised her head and without any doubt of hesitation, whoa, looked right at me. I don't mean our eyes met for a moment or that she was looking in my direction. She was clearly looking straight at me. Recap? Oh yeah, recap. Oh dang. Let's see. So last time we I don't remember anything. Yeah, I I have no clue what's going on. Should have watched earlier streams. Oh yeah, that's okay. That's okay. I always forget to recap because I'm not used to being people here at the time. So yeah. Um, let's see. So we started out with chapter 2, and um, dang. Let's see. There was okay, so like Takumi, the character we are playing as, uh was seeing if do you remember? I'm trying. I remember a little bit. Yeah. Wait, no, okay, so he was trying to see if he, cuz like, okay, so a friend of his said that he was sleepwalking, and he's like, well, I don't think so. So he went to the doctor, and the doctor's like, well, I didn't see you sleepwalk because you slept at the hospital and you didn't walk. So you're not sleepwalking. He goes, okay, well, good. But, oh yeah, yeah. And the reason why, like, his friend was saying he was sleepwalking was uh, because, okay, so he got, like, some scary chat messages from, like, some guy on the internet. And the friend of his, I forget her name, was like the one with the glasses, but like she's like, you, oh my gosh, I need to outline, hold on. um Here, wait, I'll just peekaboo at it last time. Yeah, goes to the doctor. Okay, okay, wait. Okay, but wait. Oh, wait. Okay, so like where do I start? Um is this making sense? Are you keeping up? um oh yeah, yeah. Okay, so like then he goes to research more about like the new gen. Watch out for this darn demon. Yeah, yeah. So like he watched a murder happen, and it was someone he doesn't know but goes to school with because they had the same school uniform. Um uh and so he keeps referencing that person, and then like uh uh oh yeah, yeah. So he was researching the new gen murders, and the band, the this lady has um like came up a bunch for like his research about the new gen crimes, because her songs predict some of the murders that happen. um and he wanted to see if she was the demon girl that he saw that one time. uh did wait, was that understandable? Did you? I will next time. Write down what happens, or like a quick little recap for next time, so it happens a little more smoothly. Ooh. Good enough? Okay, good enough. Starting as if I wait, yeah, starting as if I try to see all all she could, as if trying to see who I was, as if trying to see into my heart. Good enough this time? Okay, I won't get away with it next time. I'll write down, I'll write it down and read it. Her gaze was so powerful, and for some reason, kind of sad. The next thing I knew, I'd run outside. Wow, he's really running. Here, wait. Okay. I ran down the stairs outside Gigant's and crouched down at the very bottom step. I tried to catch my breath, but it wasn't working. I knew I shouldn't have gone in there. My heart was pounding super fast. My whole body was drenched with sweat. I got scared, so I ran. Misumi caught up to me. He sounded annoyed. Well, you don't have to come with me if I'm going. You could stay. This dude is a wuss. Yeah, someone looks at him, he gets scared. I shook my head without looking up. I didn't care if she was cute or not. Sure, she was, but I wasn't into 3 girls. What mattered was those lyrics. I couldn't hear them all. I couldn't hear them all, but that song had to be talking about the New Gen murders. Of course, I couldn't be 100% sure. But FES knew something. I was sure of it. I'd never figured out if she was a servant of the demon girl, though. Hello, how's it going? The girl stained red turns around. Turns around. Turn. The girl stained red turned round 'neath the full moon. And she looked at me. What? That wasn't a delusion, and it wasn't a mistake about what I'd seen. FES was clearly looking straight at me. What did the emotions I'd seen in her eyes mean? Why did she look so sad? I didn't understand. The logical thing to do would be to just ask FES herself, but that was impossible for me. I couldn't go back and talk to FES directly. I was incapable of it. Yeah. Stay locked up in your room. I forced the words out of my mouth, whimpering, wiping sweat off my forehead. The first thing I did after coming home from the Phantasm concert was boot up ISO. There was a half-eaten bag of chips next to my computer. They were stale, but I didn't mind. They were actually pretty good this way. Try to convince yourself that they're good. Actually, no, yeah, I like my chips stale. I like my cereal soggy. Yeah, it's not bad. It's good. Issa was my life. It was a place where I could feel at home. A place that would help me forget all the awful things that happened in reality. Inside Iso, I could forget all the bad things that happened. I ceased to be me and became Nightheart, free to travel as I wished in Baselard. But today, Nightheart wasn't doing so good. Of course, I knew it was my fault. The problem The problem was with my own judgment and reaction times. But I was failing at things I could normally do easily. I was playing to make myself feel better, but I was just feeling worse. Good thing my sleeves aren't here so they don't fight. Yeah. Uh-oh! Oh no! They are here! Oh shit! Oh! I knew it was my own fault, but I still yelled at Nightheart. Hope you don't mind me using your streams as background sound while I draw. Oh yeah, that's absolutely fine. I don't mind. Just so long as you're enjoying it, you know? Enjoy it however you like. I tore at my hair. Schizophrenia and a video game? Why are they calling me out like that? Whoa, guys. I tore at my hair and kicked the exposed metal plating that formed the wall of my room after working out my anger. I sighed and leaned back into my chair. Let's try not start a fight, Andes. I like that. I like that there's 3 Andes here. I stared at the monitor, only half paying attention to... I need to hide somewhere, help. Nothing to hide. Hide, brother, now. Yes, we will take revenge. I stared at the monitor, only half paying attention to what was on the screen. Nightheart was no longer under my control. He was standing at the entrance of Shanagir City, facing in a random direction with his back turned to me and not moving an inch. Yeah! I always I always fought the enemies like this with his back to me. Nightheart's experience points were maxed out, of course. Had the person named Takumi Nishijo grown at all since I'd started ISO? No, since I've been born? I peaked when I was born. It's all downhill now. If I had... Shanana City. Shananananana. Shananananies. Knees. Oh, well, I think I'm already dead. Oh! Oh! That's not good. There could be that this chat's big enough for 3 Andes. It's big enough. If I had, why was it so hard to talk to people? Oh, why was I living a life that was one step away from being a total hikikomori? The Anderson Civil War 2023. If I didn't... Oh my god, we killed him! No! No, we can't! No! Ah! Here. Let's see, we'll do... Rip. No, wait. They're not dead. I believe they're still alive. If I didn't log in for a few weeks, would Nightheart become a Hikikomori too? It's your fault. You had this stupid idea. You guys calm down. Don't make me get up now. I didn't think I was dying. No. Yes, yeah, no. You're still here. Ah! For some reason, as I looked at Nightheart back, I remembered those words. I started to wonder what Nightheart did when I wasn't controlling him. I'm leaving here that they arrested you. I kept my hands off the keyboard for a while, eating my stale chips and watching him.
もしナイトハルトに自我があるとしたら
He'd be walking tall through the city of Shanagiri, had held high. He was a hero and everyone loved him.
Ne, ナイトハルト。僕はいつでもお前を見てるんだぞ。
What do I do now? Shanaguril. Wait, no. I'm Shanagurl. Shanagurl. Lol. Hey, Nightheart, I'm always watching you, you know. Oh, wait. You already read that.
それに気づいてるの?
And then... Even though I wasn't touching the keyboard, Nightheart's face suddenly turned around, even though the rest of him was still facing away. I'm alive? I'm alive! Yay, you're alive! Yippee! I'm glad. You survived it. At least it kind of felt that way.
なんつって
Wait, no, no one's going to jail under my watch. I'll bail you out. I watched the monitor for over an hour, but Nightheart didn't do anything but stand there. Oof. Good thing he's alive, yeah. I'll tell it just as it happened. I went to school today, and then when it was over, I found myself buying a cell phone with my little sister. You might not understand what I'm talking about. I didn't understand when it happened to me either.
お兄何ブツブツ言ってんの
I don't know what I'm mumbling about.
それよりほらこの機種はどうかって聞いてるんだけど
God, I wanted to go home. How many times would I have to tell her that I didn't want a cell phone before it sunk in? When I got to school today, she bragged. She bragged? She barged. When I got to school today, she barged right into my classroom. Wow, Luke actually came to school today, she'd said when she'd ordered me to come buy a phone with her. After school, I tried to escape before she could find me, but I'd forgotten how fast she could be. She'd easily found me, caught up to me, and dragged me to a shop in front of the station. Well, since I'm alive, what do you do? What do you do when you're alive? Live life. Live it. She looks like me after explaining to my manager why I ate all the gauze in I see you. I was hungry. I was so... Delicious gauze. It looks like marshmallows. Did you pass the Plants vs. Zombies? Yes, I did. I got, yeah, I got to the song at the end. Yeah, and I think, next time I play it, I'll do some of the, mini games and stuff. I didn't want to go anywhere near the station. I never did every time I went. I felt like I'd thrown up any minute now. Some people say I cosplay Plants vs. Zombies daily because they all call me a vegetable. Would you play it again one day to play the mini games? Yes, I'll play the mini games and maybe beat it a second time to get the gold sunflower. Nanami didn't know or care how I felt, though she was looking at all the different display models and muttering to herself. Nah, forget the minigames. All my homies here are for the mega games. The big games. Big games for big boys. Big Debbie. I couldn't understand why Nanami would care about what kind of phone I got.
これ色が結構可愛いじゃんいいと思うな
She asked my opinion and I gave the obvious answer.
それっていい
Yeah.
うんでもなお兄にはちょっと可愛すぎかも似合わなさそう
What do you mean? Why can't he have the phone he wants? I told her that I was fine with it, and she didn't listen. I'd lost count of how many times I told her I was okay with whatever model she wanted. She asked my opinion, but it didn't seem interested in listening to it. That was a problem with 3D women. Oh.
お兄大丈夫？やっぱり人の多さにやられちゃった？マクディで休もうか？
The McDonald's. Pulling no punches. Yeah. No holding back. Jeez. Mac D's? Yeah. Mac D's these nuts. Oh! Walked into that one. Man's got murder on his mind, literally. Yeah, he thinks about it all the time. MacD's, you want me to go into a fast food chain that's full of DQNs? That would be even worse than this place. I furiously shook my head.
そっか。じゃあなるべく早めに決めるね。でもちょっと迷っちゃっててさ。
I sighed and decided to leave her behind so I could go home. She was staring intently at the rows of cell phones, which gave me an opportunity to slip away. I started to walk towards the 107 when I saw something so startling. I came to a stop. Dude, an anime simp, but I too, with her whiny voice. Why does that building look like a hairspray can? Oh yeah, I guess it does. Yeah, she does have a bit of a whiny voice. Ooh, it was a car. I see cars. On the other side of the huge... Oh, wait. I just had an idea. I'm up here. I'm on the board. Or not the board. I don't... The poster? No. Yeah. On the other side of the huge crowd of people, on the steps of the 107 building, there was a girl who stood out from the rest. Free marketing? Yeah! Free advertisement. Uh-oh. Hold on, a thing came up. Oh, well... Ah! Hold on. Uh-oh. I hope my computer doesn't explode. Gotta, Oh, I think it'll be fine. I still hope it doesn't explode. Oh yeah, wait. Maybe this will help. Okay. On the other side of the huge crowd of people on the steps to the 107 building, there was a girl who stood out from the rest. Ooh, now I look silly here. Unless I'm going down the stairs. Doo 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 doo. She was holding a sword? Its colors and the way it looked reminded me of the mic stand that FVS had been holding during the concert. It was probably from the same product line, I assume. Ver Virgil Virgil in 2008? Don't get hit by a truck. Oh, yeah. Uh-oh. I am in the road, aren't I? Here. There we go. I'm this person now. Jaywalking. No! I was floating above the words. Not anymore. Its colors and the way it looked reminded me of the mic stand. Oh, wait, I already read that. It sure was a big sword, though. It might have been even longer than the one FES had been holding. The girl with the sword was surprisingly wearing a Suzume uniform. Please drive the car on the right. On the right. Wait, that's left. Right. Oh, drive this one. Wait, this one or the red one? Wait, no, the red one's going the other way. Vroom, vroom. The girl with the sword was surprisingly... Oh, I already read that. From the distance... Now she's speeding. No, I'm not speeding! Maybe I am. Thinking about it. Okay, just a little bit of speeding. Yes! From this distance, I couldn't make out her face, even though she was holding something so huge and attention-grabbing. She was standing there calmly as she looked down at the people below her. It must have taken a ton of courage to do that. I was really impressed. Seriously? Carrying a huge toy sword like that in the middle of Shibuya? Wasn't that incredibly embarrassing? Oh, like you're not embarrassed of your existence. Suddenly turned into Initial D. Plays Aerobeat starts playing. That sword was probably an accessory for some new anime cosplay. Have you and me, and why are you here? Wait, what? Oh, wait, okay. Yeah, they could be here if they want to. What? Of course, I kept an eye on all the new anime that was coming out. Was there anything with a sword like that this season? Had I missed it? There was no way I would ever be able to carry something like that, though that through the middle of Shibuya. But it was really it was a really sweet sword. I kind of wanted one. Oh, sorry, boss. Wait, who's the boss? Wait. 4 Andys. Wait, hold on. There's 4. What? What? It's Andy Evasion. It's Andy getting out here. There's so many Andys here. I get. the end of Andy Gillian. it, I who's the real one? Uh-oh. There's a fake Andy around here? I wondered if they were selling them in Akihabara, maybe online?
鬼
The Andy poster among us. No. Yeah, they're the real Andy. I think. I don't know. Which one do I shoot? Which one's real? Oh no! Only the real Andy will know the answer. Uh-oh. Wait. Wait. Yes, a question. Um... Well, I can't think of one. Let's see what. Oh no! I have to decide who the real one is. Wait, so like, or the fake one. Wait, who's the real Andy? Like, out of all of them, there has to be one Andy. Me? I don't know. Can't you all be Andy? Oops! I clicked the button. I don't know. uh... Well, like... Wait, can't you all be Andy? Only one Andy can be in this town? Ah! A water gun. Just kidding. But, let's see. We are all the original Andy. Just go play or see something else. If it makes more sense. Wait, you're one collective Andy, who is, had, what is it? Omnipotent. Yes. Pew pew, no! If you were right. Alright. Only the real Andy could answer this question. I'm getting up to Noah? Solve the following equation? What? No! No! What? Wait. Do I have to make a decision? Is maybe the YouTube Andy is the real one? I don't know. My head hurts. Who's the real Andy? Is it you? Are you the real Andy? Yes, me too. Wait. You're all the real Andy? Wait. Wait. Is that a real equation? Go on, real Andy. Oh. That looks really hard. Wait. Is ooh.
もしかして逃げようとした？
Uh-oh, is she talking to me? Am I trying to run away from figuring out who the real Andy is? No, why would I do that? Dumb. Ah! Only the real Andy will get this one, yeah. Yes. The Andy turning test.
確かにナナが選ぶのに時間かけすぎたのは悪いと思うけどさ。だからってナナを置き去りにして逃げようとするなんてひどいよ。
shook my head, or tried to anyway.
お兄のバカ、携帯の電磁波の浴びすぎで腎臓を悪くして死んじゃえ。
Wow, what a thing to say. What was she talking about?
一生懸命お兄のために選んであげてたナナがバカみたいじゃん。
God, she looks like the hidden villain. I don't trust purple eyes. Yeah. Her eyes match her bow, though. It's almost the same purple. I guess the bow... No, yeah, it's purple.
こうなったらもう適当に決める。お兄なんてナナと同じ機種で十分だよ。
She grabbed me by the arm hard.
本気で今日契約するんだからね。それまで絶対逃がさない。
Oh no.
わかったよ。話せよ。
分かったならさっさと来て。
I had no idea why this was such a big deal to her, as she really was an annoying little sister. If you move her bangs, she would look like the Megamind. It's blue under her bangs and... In the end, all that time she'd spent picking a phone was totally wasted, as she just ended up getting me the same one she had. After an hour or so of signing contracts and filling out paperwork, I tried to take my phone and go, but Nanami stopped me.
ナナが初期設定してあげるからマクディやろ。
Real annoying sister, yeah. I don't have any sisters. I don't know what it's like. She ignored my protestation. She ignored my protestation and grabbed me by the collar, dragged me to the nearest MacD's. Oh my gosh, I'm sitting on the chair.
どうせお兄携帯持って帰っても
One bro.
別にほったらかしにするに決まってるんだから。
This is how the boomer sees anyone who plays video games. Father, I can't click book. I can't click book.
ナナがちゃんと使えるようにしてあげる。
Damn it! She was really determined to make me miserable. Why did it have to be at MacD's? I can't stop. It's called MacD's, and I keep thinking of like saying MacD's nuts. I keep thinking that every time. MacD's in Shibuya was hell. There would always be way too many people, and it would be incredibly loud with the DQN ratio off the charts. MacD dematerialized zone. A group of DQN-looking brown-haired mothers and their kids were sitting at the table next to me. Got cheese nuts on your butt? No, it's because like it's because of how it's spelt, I guess. Their kids and all three were little brats with red streaks? Oh, with red streaks dyed in their hair, were running around the store screaming. Their mothers were simply ignoring them. These nuts are meat's nuts. I can't blame her for thinking about these nuts. If oh wait, what is it? If ands and butts were candies and nuts, we would all have a very Merry Christmas. I think about a handful of these nuts every day. On the hour, by the hour. Think about them. They're kids, and all three were. Oh, wait, I already read that. At another table, 4 DQN-looking teenage boys were laughing loudly in their obnoxious voices. 2 high school girls in loose socks were sitting across from each other, both staring at their phones. They weren't talking. Next to them, a middle-aged salaryman was lying down on a table, snoring. He was clearly skipping work. DQN sounds like a slur, something you call a Dairy Queen employee. Yeah. Oh wait, I think there's like a way to look up what the thing means. I actually forgot. Let's see. Is it this? Wait. It might be in here. I forget what it means. Oh yeah. Deja vu. Pronounced, oh my gosh. Pronounced Daikun? Pronounced Daikun. A thug, bully, or someone who's part of the dredge of society? Dokyun? Dokyun. Oh, so it's a Joker quote meme. Word, I see. The society? Or the scars? I'm just kidding. A table a little further away was even stranger. A group of 5 boys and girls in elementary school had set their backpacks on the ground and were dangling their legs as they happily chatted with one another. A group date? You're in elementary school and you're on a group date? What happened to, like, friendship? We live in a society, Batman. Sounds like they were sitting next to each other, and the Joker turns to Batman and says, "We live in a society, Batman." It was people I wanted nothing to do with, as far as I could see. It was amazing that Nanami could feel at home here. The sheer number of people were making my head hurt, and I felt like I was going to vomit. Why did I have to be here with my sister at MacD's anyways? Manage children based. Yeah. She wasn't even looking at me. Just playing with my phone.
Anison.
What do you mean, it's my phone? You were the one who asked me. It's my phone anyway. Let me put what I want on it.
大村彼らの新曲にしたら？あれすっごくいい曲だよ。最近のナナのお気に入り。
それこそ却下だ。
うん、まあお兄に大村彼らは似合わないか。
It's my phone, and I choose the ringtone. Megalovania. Boop, 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 boop. Oh, wait, was that? Yeah, that was it. She cruelly insulted her older brother as she bit into a French fry. She'd ordered a fish sandwich combo even though she hadn't had dinner yet. I'd had to pay for it too. For my part, I felt too sick to even consider eating anything. It wasn't fair. Sounds like he bought the phone for her. Yeah. A little bit.
Ah, そうそう。それとね。
For some reason, she pulled her bag up to her lap and began to look through it.
お、あったあった。
And then she took it out. Oh, little froggy.
ゲロカエルの不良品。
不良品じゃないよ。
Defective.
先週出たギョロリゲロカエル。
は？
知らないんだ。やっぱ遅れてるな、お兄は。
Yeah, this guy lives under a
ゲロ
rock.
カエルって毎週金曜日に新作が発売されてるんだよ。もう全部で12種類ぐらいあるんだから。
Really? Was there enough demand for a new one every week?
ナナが携帯につけてるのは最初に出た普通のゲロカエルでしょ。で、次がデブッチョゲロカエルで、その次がカクカクゲロカエル。
She quickly ran off the names of the various ghetto frogs, froggies.
第4弾がのっぺらゲロカエルンで、第5弾が輝くゲロカエルン。第6弾が一番人気があって猫ゲロカエルンっていうの。
Ooh,
その
cat
後が
frog.
幽霊ゲロカエルン、眠るゲロカエルン、燃えるゲロカエルン、ゾンビゲロカエルン、酔っ払いゲロカエルン。
A drunk one? Wow, she had memorized them all. Wait a second. Did that mean...
お前コンプリートしてるの？
もちろんだよ。全部集めなきゃ意味ないもん。
What do you mean it doesn't count?
毎週買うのに行列ができるんだからね。
For this lazy, sloppily made product, to be honest, I could probably have come up with a better design. Oh yeah? Do it right now. She started giving me a lecture about oh wait, how'd she say it? Trying to remember how she said it. It was like Garo Froggy anyway.
というわけで、このギョロリゲロカエルンあげる。
なんで？
このストラップを携帯につければ、少しは女子から「お、やるな」っていう目で見てもらえるから。
She began to attach it to my phone despite my obvious disapproval. If it's cute, it will sell. Yeah! I think it's cute. I'd get one.
コンプしなきゃ意味ないんだろ。僕がそれもらったらお前揃わないぞ。
心配しなくても大丈夫。2つ買ったもん。
Ooh, but two.
毎回2つ買ってるのか。
I was really starting to worry about her sense of taste.
今回だけだよ。お 兄の携帯用に余分に買ったの。
わざわざ。
わざわざ。
Aw. As she finished attaching the strap, it nodded, satisfied before taking a sip of her drink. But then suddenly she gasped and leaned forward.
別に並んだのはお兄のためじゃないよ。
Oh, okay.
あくまでついでなんだから。
いらない。
は
Nanami leaned forward with wide eyes. She looked ready to leap across the table at me.
あ、いらないって。ナナがわざわざ買ってきてあげたのに。
ついでだったんだろう。っていうか、僕、ゲロカエルンとか興味ないし、むしろキモいし。
It's creepy.
だからお兄は上司にモテないんだよ。
Yeah, and you don't ever take a shower. That's another reason why girls don't like you. I thought she was going to slap me, but instead she calmly sat down and began to nibble on her fries.
でも抵抗しても無駄だからね。ギョロリゲロカエルン、もうくっつけちゃったもん。
I've already glued it to your phone. There's no removing it. It was like she thought she was in control here. Well, I guess she was. I hated to admit it, but she knew way more about phones than me.
もし勝手に外したら毎週並んでもらうの刑だからね。
並ぶって何に？
決まってんじゃん。新作ゲロカエルンを買うための行列。2時間待ちとか普通だから。
2 hours? Insane! Why did I have to be threatened by my own little sister? She kept fiddling with my phone for a while. After that, I kept her quiet, so... Oh, it kept her quiet, so I preferred it this way.
なんだか変な気分だな。
The next time she spoke, her bad mood had disappeared. Maybe she was the type that didn't need to sleep or something. Sleep on something unpleasant to forget about it. She couldn't forget it after just a few minutes. What an easygoing personality she had. In a way, I was jealous.
うん、やっぱ変だよ。お兄とこうして2人で出かけるのって久しぶりな気がするもん。
Yeah.
いつ以来かな。よく思い出せないや。お兄はいっつも部屋にこもってアニメ見てるかゲームしてるかだもんね。ま、たまにはこういうのもいいかな、新鮮で。さすがに毎日はナナも嫌だけど。
Nanami put my phone on the table and picked up her fish sandwich. She happily took off the wrapper and bit in. I suddenly remembered her saying that she liked the fish sandwiches here.
せいぜい太るがいいさ。
Wow. She suddenly froze. She was looking at me with hatred in her eyes. And then after a moment's hesitation, she slowly offered me the half-eaten sandwich.
半分食べる？
No.
もう手遅れだよ。うん。
そういうこと言うと上司に嫌われるって覚えといた方がいいよ、バカ鬼。
In the end, she ate the whole sandwich by herself. You greedy girl. Ooh, I'm gonna go on the stairs. But where are my legs? Gross MacD's fish sandwich. Yeah. the fish sandwich. I don't think I've ever had the fish sandwich there. After that, I was forced to listen to more of her boring stories before she finally handed the phone over to me. By then the sun had set. It had been a long, painful few hours. I was finally able to say goodbye and head home. Fall was in full swing, and the chill of the night breeze did wonders to calm my headaches and urge to vomit. Being in a crowd for that long, for a long time, always made my head hurt and made me want to throw up. Where are you, legs? How are you doing that? I don't know! I'm floating. Oh, wait. I can't go down the stairs with no legs. Here, I'll borrow this person's legs. I don't know where my legs went. I lost them. They walked away. Walked away when I wasn't looking. I wish Nanami would die. Oh my god! Not literally die, but you know, oh, okay. She only cared about herself. She had absolutely no idea how much the things she was doing were hurting me. I was sure of that. If I could have, I would have snapped the phone in half and thrown it in the nearest garbage can. It wasn't my money, for one thing. You're missing your hands too, I am. I don't know, the program I use, I can't figure out how to get the rest of my body. This is as far as I can. Wait, maybe. Hold on. Maybe I can. Oh, wait. I think I know how to. Here, wait. Whoa! Oh, wait. Here's my arms. do. Okay. I'm gonna put them away. Oh, boop. This dude is a real piece of work. He is. Oh my god. Like but if I did that, Nanami would come back with my parents in tow. This time they'd just tell me I had to buy another one since the first one broke. Almost lined up. There we go. I restrained my impulse to destroy the thing. Time to just go home and play some ESO. The stress had really been building up over the past few days. I hoped my peaceful daily life would come back soon. Another bizarre murder had taken place at night, the fourth new-gen murder. I was playing ESO when Grim, as usual, came to tell me. Come on then, tell me. Yo, Grim! You're late tonight. Whose eyes are those? For a moment, I couldn't believe my eyes. How did Grim know those words? My fingers were shaking on the keyboard. I didn't know what to say. It was all I could do to keep my eyes on the monitor as he typed. The fourth New Gen murder happened. I've been watching the festival. Shibuya's going nuts, man. There's... this one's the craziest. Hold on, slow down. No! This one's the craziest. Wait, hold it. Slow down, dude! All its skin turned green. Scary, super scary. Oh my gosh! I bit my lip in front of the computer. I came closer to imagining it in my mind, but managed to shake off the delusion. I took a sip of soda to calm myself down. Damn that Grim. He was deliberately trying to ambush me. I knew it. Oh. Here, wait. It's going on. It is going on alright. Wait. I'm starting to believe the guys who say something occult is going on, right? No human could have possibly done that. Huh? Huh? No reaction? How do you know so much about it? Oh, excuse me. Did a hiccup. You're talking like you actually saw it. Well, I did, basically. You still don't care, then? About New Gen? I'd rather spend my free time grinding in ESO than reading up on New Gen. That's our lightning fast Nightheart. He grinds like no more. No. I didn't want to talk about New Gen, so I tried to change the subject as soon as possible. Anyway, check this out. Well, let's see. I feel like I'm gonna... Last time this happened, he trolled me with what he'd said was a Gura image, and it turned out to be something stupid he'd drawn. It was entirely possible he'd do the opposite this time. Wait, you seriously don't know? Know what? Are you actually just that far behind everybody else? Shut up. So what is it? What if I told you your beloved Seria-tan was... really... Then I had to look at it. Well, it looked like some kind of auction site. It probably wasn't a mental browser crash or anything bad like that, right? I clicked on the link, a little excited. There is a shortage of type B blood. What was this flyer? I'd seen it somewhere. Deja vu again. Anyway, where was the pic of Seria-tan? I scrolled the mouse wheel to go down the page. Oh my gosh. This guy's really gullible. He actually believes. And I was suddenly met with what was clearly a Guro image. I quickly looked back toward the left monitor and closed the browser. The guru image had only been on the monitor for 3 seconds. I'd only really gotten a solid look for less than a second, but still. It's a pic of the 4th new-gen body. It was put up by an auction site. Before the media had reported on the murder, you could buy the victim's brutally murdered... What? In other words, the one who posted it... Slow down! There... I mean... But... They're making memes of it, too. A dying message? Dying message. On the wall, written in the victim's blood. I didn't realize that stuff was real. Maybe the killer is just doing it for the lulz. Hello, Mr. Nightheart? Did you freeze on me? I'd only gotten to see the picture for a second. But still...
ゲームだ。こんな世界は虚構のゲームの世界に違いないんだ。
Wherever helps you sleep at night. The image of those red letters sloppily painted on the wall was burned into my brain. I try not to think about it, but each of them came into my mind in turn, as if accusing me.
なんであの言葉がここで出てくるんだ。
I knew those words well. I said those words often. They were a question I would ask. They were a question I would ask no one in particular, and Grim had said them to me when I logged into ESO. Each of the words was common by itself, but no one used them in the way I did. Those eyes. Wait, whose eyes are those? Ooh, chapter 3. Oh, but it's only been like an hour. Yeah, we'll keep going. "4 a.m. Shibuya is a city that never sleeps. But at this hour, there were few people at Scramble Crossing in front of the station. Instead, the square was filled with taxis, there to ferry home drunks who couldn't wait for the first train. Most of the taxi drivers had their seats pulled back so they could nap. A few of them took their jobs more seriously. They leaned forward on the wheel and watched the 170 and watched the 107 building and Center Street. Chapter 3, intermission 5 minutes. Oh, do an intermission. Let's all go to the lobby. An intermission. Oh, wait. "11. Remember to stay hydrated." Yeah, I got, well, okay, this isn't water, but I got a drink. It's a little coffee. Well, okay, so, like, it's coffee, and then I put chocolate syrup in it, and I put hot chocolate powder in it. I think it's good. And then when I finish that, I got a Sprite, and then after I finish the Sprite is the water. Or I might, after the coffee, have water. Who knows? It's anybody's game. 11:24 start. At 9 p.m. sun. It's okay? Oh, the intermission? Or the coffee? Wow! A few of them, though, took their job seriously. Oh, wait, I already read that. But tonight, they weren't watching for potential customers. They were watching with interest, and a cleaning crew had appeared about half an hour earlier. Coffee this late? Dude, I'm obsessed with chocolate almond milk now, yeah. Anyways, time for coffee, yeah. You know, for some reason, coffee doesn't work on me. Like, I don't feel any different afterwards. The only thing I get out of coffee is withdrawals if I don't have it. Yeah, so that's all I get out of it. I don't get the waking up more or anything. Yeah. They were watching with interest. Oh wait, now I read them. How did they know it was a cleaning crew? Because each of the men wore a yellow armband with the words cleaning crew on it. Oh yeah, that's a good hint. Otherwise, no one would have ever associated them with the term. Yep. And the men were wearing black suits, and the whole time they'd been here, they show no signs of starting to clean anything. Drink more cups then, if you want the shakes. I don't want the shakes. Or the being woken up. Maybe just like one cup of coffee isn't enough. I gotta have the entire bag. I gotta eat them in full. Get spoonfuls of coffee. Eating it. I didn't even brew it. No, I won't do that. The men were wearing black suits, and the whole time they'd been here, they'd show no signs of starting to clean anything. Slackers. One of the men held a strange measuring device that looked like some kind of pendulum, and others were around him using it to take readings of some kind. They weren't staying in one place either. They were going all around, scrambling, crossing, and scramble crossing and taking measurements. They would then write down onto a piece of paper. Right now, they were directly under a traffic light, silently watching the pendulum device. It made a sound.
地点 L2 の8、0.62 メガ GE、ハイスコアです。
Ooh, new high score.
先月より38ポイントもアップか。思った通りだ。
But no one in Shibuya that night was watching the cleaning crew that closely, though. As soon as a passenger climbed... Excuse me. As soon as a passenger climbed into the cab, its driver quickly forgot about the cleaners. And most of the drunks had already passed out and were in no position to look at what was going on around them. The cabaret girls and prostitutes finally free of the stress that came with smiling at nasty drunks for hours, were getting into taxis to quickly return home. And so no one realized that the government had not announced any plans to clean to clean scrambling. Oh my gosh, why can't I read that? To clean Scramble Crossing at night. Even after the week ended, the few the fu the fu the furrow the furrow over the fourth New Gen Madness case, the vampire showed no signs of slowing down. The corpse of a man drained completely of blood, his skin turning a sickly, inhuman green. It was found in a toilet on the Shibuya in Koshira Line. Not only that, a photo of the corpse was put up on an online auction site at about the same time the corpse was found. The bizarre, cruel nature of the bizarre, cruel nature of the murder meant the media and @channel were sure to leap on it. The message on the auctions page had also attracted a lot of attention. There is a shortage of type B blood. Large numbers of tissue packets advertising blood donations with the exact same text had been handed out in Shibuya. I had a pack of them with me right now. Thinking back, that strange text wasn't an ad for blood donations at all. It was an announcement predicting the next murder. The cops were looking for the part-timers that had been handing them out, but nobody could find much of anything in the way of clues. There was something very different about Vampire compared to the previous cases. There have been signs of it during the Crucified case, but this latest murder really felt like a theatrical crime, a spectacle meant for public consumption. Some pundits were suggesting things like bringing more cops into Shibuya or establishing a curfew for anybody under a certain age. But the number of young people visiting the city showed no sign of going down. Scramble Crossing and Center Street were as packed as ever. If I guess right, can we turn in our evidence and catch the culprits? Oh, like if we guess who did the murders? I don't know if we can skip the game, or like skip that far. Whoa, the image is a very clear image. I mean, the net was in an uproar. Several snakes or internet detectives were going around Shibuya and giving live reports on what they saw, and a popular new phase was spreading among the youth of the city. Whose eyes are those? It was spreading, not just online, but among the... Oh wait, what was it? I'm gonna look at it again. Where is it? Here it is. Among the... Oh no. Dokyun. It was spreading not just online, but among the Dokyuns who walked around the streets of Shibuya. Dang, yeah. If only. Then we could just watch the anime. and then skip right on over. On 8chan, people were putting the phrase at the end of messages that had nothing to do with New Gen. This week's Blood Tune didn't have enough Serie 10. Whose eyes are those? New weapons they added in the latest patch are kind of shit. Whose eyes are those? What kind of whose eyes are those is that? Like that. New Gen was nothing but a source of fun for the youth of the city, but to me, it was an absolute nightmare. That said, 3 days after the vampire incident, I'd started to calm down. Of course, it was still in the back of my mind, but hold on. Okay, I thought I was gonna sneeze. Of course, it was still in the back of my mind, but a solid weekend of ESO had helped me forget all the awful, unexplainable things that had happened. Today was a school day, but I'd even managed to make it through the day's classes by sleeping, or thinking of rare ESO items. I've grown up a little. And so, like always, I headed to Ant Cafe after school ended. I was happy to see that my designated, I don't know how to say that word. Designated. Maybe if I don't look at it, it'll help. Designated spot. Room 37 was open. I'd been 2 weeks. It'd been? Sure, buddy, grown up. Yeah, sure you grew up. It'd been 2 weeks since the last time I'd come here. It was the first time there'd been such a long gap. The musty smell of the breeze coming from the air conditioner, the stench of the cigarette smoke clinging to the manga, the pleasant feeling of the reclining seats, and the silence punctuated by the snoring of middle-aged men. Designation. It felt so good to be back. Oh.
ルーム37の PC のチャットログを調べさせてもらいました。そこから分かったことは、あなた一人の自作自演。将軍はあなた自身。
I forgot. I hadn't seen Yua since then. We were in different grades, and I didn't go to school that often in the first place, so of course we wouldn't run into each other that often, but...
ユアの妄想はすごいよ。
Yeah. I felt so bad for her. She must have a terrible mental disorder. It was best to just ignore people like that. Things with Yua had been a disaster from the start. For the past 2 weeks, I'd been dragged into one mess after another. Until then, my life had been incredibly peaceful. The only person who talked to me was Mizumi. Why was all this bizarre stuff happening to me lately? Yeah. I didn't even want to think about any of it. That dying message was just a coincidence, I decided. I mean, they were all really common words. If somebody with a brain like mine could come up with them, anybody could. I didn't care who that message was meant to reach. No, that wasn't it. I couldn't let myself care. That's right, I have a phone. I suddenly heard a noise nearby. I shuddered in my reclining seat, shocked. It was the sound of a phone ringing. But whose? It's yours! Who else's? The place was silent, so the ring sounded really loud. I looked around, but I couldn't even see a phone. Me when someone's trying to call me into work. Oh, sorry, I just couldn't find my phone. I suddenly had an idea and looked inside my bag. Just like I thought. It was the phone I had bought several days ago. Trembling, I looked at the screen. Phones were supposed to show the number of whoever was calling, right? Should I pick it up? But I didn't really like talking to people. Who was calling anyway? Who was calling me anyway? I hadn't given this number to anybody. The only ones who knew it were Anonymous and the rest of my family. She'd put their names in my contact too, even though I hadn't asked her to. If the number dialing me was one registered in my contacts, it should display the name instead of, which meant it wasn't my family. My phone while driving. Who could be calling me? So who could it be? The phone kept ringing, because I hadn't answered it yet. Were people always this persistent when they called your cell phone? I never used one before, so I don't know for sure, but it was really annoying. They were just barging into my private space and ringing my phone until I answered. That was a violation of my privacy, wasn't it? That's why I never wanted a phone to begin with. Pick it up, I know, right? Find out who it is. Oh, it stopped. Yes, 'cause you didn't answer it. Relieved, I looked at the phone's liquid crystal screen. One missed call, it read, 'cause you missed it. I didn't know who'd called, but I certainly didn't feel like calling back, so I decided to just ignore it. I should learn how to set up voicemail so this doesn't happen again. Well, no. It'll happen again. Cell phones were such a pain. I didn't like phones anyway. I'ma head out. I'll be back for next stream. Keep up the great work. Yeah, thank you. Have fun with, whatever it is you're doing. I mean, they were really weird. How was anybody ever sure that the person they were talking to was really who they said they were? There were a lot of phone scams out there, right? Did people not bother to check? I just couldn't understand how somebody could talk to someone else when they weren't even sure they were real. Yeah, I understood the physical principles that let you talk to somebody far away via a phone, but I still found it hard to believe. When you talked on the phone, your voice turned into an electronic signal. Oh my gosh, he's explaining how phones work. The signal was transmitted down a wire to the person on the other end, and then turned back into a voice so they could be heard. In other words, if you wanted to talk to somebody on the phone, your voice needed to be transformed a minimum of 2 times. For a cell phone, first the electrical signals created from your voice were sent to a nearby cell tower, then transferred to a switching. We're learning about phones. Then transferred to a switching center via normal telephone lines. From there, they were sent from the tower nearest to the person you were talking to, and then sent via electromagnetic waves to their cell phone. It was an incredibly complicated and bizarre process. If my voice was being transformed into electrical signals, could the person I was talking to really hear every single thing I was saying exactly the way I said it? Wasn't there a chance that in the process of turning it into an electrical signal, it could end up being turned into something else altogether? For instance, say I called Nanami, and instead of my voice being sent directly to her, it was sent to some weird building somewhere. Thanks for the info on the phone network, yeah. Now we know all about it. And there, somebody I'd never met could pretend to be Nanami. Maybe I wasn't even talking to a person. I could be talking to a computer. That's why talking on the phone was so scary to me. It was scarier than even talking to someone in person. Whoa. I logged into ESO and, Lisa Light, and 3 hours passed quickly. It'd been two weeks. It's been 1 week since you looked at me. Okay. It's been 2 weeks since I logged in as Lisa Light, but today I was able to do a great job with the character and was really satisfied. Next he's going to say that 5G is terrible. I don't think he even knows what that is. I don't think he even knows what any of the G's are. I left for home in a great mood. Center Street was as loud and obnoxious as ever. I always hated it. And thanks to all the stories, lights, it was so bright that it didn't feel like nighttime at all. At the end of the well-lit street, I saw someone in the crowd and recognized them instantly. I froze. The girl was staring at me intensely and ignoring the huge crowd around her. In the middle of the center street, where it's hard to even walk straight among the endless streams of people, she was standing stock still, holding a huge sword on her shoulder. Whoa. It was a bizarre scene. It's a cool sword. But nobody seemed to notice her sword. They parted around her like water in a stream, breaking against a rock, moving by without the slightest change in expression. It was the girl I'd seen at the 107 building. She'd been there when I'd gone to buy a phone with Nanami. The shape of her sword, the Suzume uniform, the long black hair, excuse me, it all matched. This was the girl who'd been watching the crowd from up on the stairs of the 107 building. Halo loading screen? Yeah, I've never played. I'll take your word for it. And I remember something else when I saw the intensity of her eyes as she looked at me. I'd seen her once at school, too. Long, shiny black hair that extended down to her waist, oval eyes, a pretty but intimidating face. It was Girl B, the one who'd rudely asked me, "Who are you?" in the hallway after school last week. Why was she glaring at me anyway? I turned around to see if anyone was there, just in case I was being self-conscious. I thought maybe there would be someone she knew behind me, but there wasn't. She was looking at me with something that bordered on the outright hostility in her eyes. Yeah, it was me she was after. I flinched. This must be how a frog feels when a snake is bearing down on it. There was no way I could glare back. It was hard to even meet her gaze. I had no choice but to look down. I should run away, I thought. Usually I'd take a left at the intersection where she was standing, and headed across the bookfet, but today I'd go around the front of the station. There were a lot of people there, but it was still better than dealing with some scary 3D girl. She might try to mug me. Yeah. Oh, well, I guess she does have a sword. It looked like Girl B was alone, but it was possible that she had a bunch of Daikun buddies lying in wait, and they were trying to lure her out and beat me up. Holy heck, it's the average Japanese civilian, yeah. With a sword this time. Well, I wasn't going to fall for it. I turned around and couldn't believe what I saw.
あ、え
For some reason, Girl B was there. I quickly turned and looked at the intersection where she'd been standing a moment ago. She wasn't there. I looked ahead of me again. She was still there, holding her sword and glaring at me. When did she get in front of me? Nobody could be that fast. You'd practically have to teleport. How was she able to tell I'd turn around anyway? This story is familiar. Yeah? Is it 'cause you watched the anime? Just kidding. Just kidding.
Oi.
Her voice was shockingly clear. I desperately looked around. I wanted to believe that she was talking to someone else. I searched searched as hard as I could for that someone else she might have meant to address. She said, "Hey!" But of course there wasn't anyone. The only person nearby were a group of salarymen. They looked towards her for a moment, but quickly realized she wasn't talking to them and kept moving. Suddenly, she took a step toward me. That was all I needed to be fully sure. Girl B was after me. Whoa! Yeah. I was terrified. No girl in my 17 years had been aggressive towards me. Tsubaki Kiriyama, also known as Tsuneko, could be really mean when she was in a tsundere mood. But not even she was this bad. Also, she was a 2D character from an H game called what girls? Wait, what do you mean, what girls? They're more they're mid-tier. Oh, even as my brain was thinking about Tsundere H games, Girl B was still getting closer. She was a girl. How could she be this intense and scary? I thought it was strange, but the reason was actually quite simple. I don't go out much. I don't talk to people enough to... The intensity of her eyes, that, and the huge sword she was carrying. It had an extremely unusual shape for a sword. In an anime, it would have looked really cool, but if you tried to use it in the real world, it would probably be completely useless. You don't know that. It had been from a mecha anime or something, where any new mech anime... Were there any new mech anime out lately? I knew it was a cosplay prop, but it looks so sharp, strong. Like the slightest touch could take your finger clean off. Test it out. See if it'll take your finger off. Try it out. It was such a strange weapon. It would be useless. This sword, well, I guess it does have a hole in the middle. Girl B was within 2 meters of me now. If she swung that sword, it was sure to reach me. I quickly took a step back, but it was too late. She got even closer. Ow! And then, she really swung it. I crouched to the ground with my head in my hands. If I hadn't dodged, it would have hit me right in the head. It probably would have actually cut me. But with that speed, it would have given me a concussion or caved my skull in. Please don't hurt me. Yeah. I was so freaked out that I could barely speak. Girl B was looking down at me coldly. There was something wrong with her, the way she was swinging around the sword in this crowd. Was she a serial killer? Maybe she was the new gen killer, or working with the demon girl. I was shaking. I was about to piss my pants with fear. What do you mean, what's gotten into me? What was she talking about? If I couldn't see it, would she kill me? I couldn't answer if she wouldn't tell me what I was supposed to be seeing. Wuss? Yeah. What are you dodging from a sword for, huh? The dye sword? I never heard of that word before. She had been talking about that sword she was holding. I decided to nod. Of course I could see it. How could I not? It was huge, and she was holding it in the middle of Center Street. I mean, maybe in Akihabara. I wouldn't have noticed it, but Shibuya wasn't an anime town.
そうか。お前も集められたんだな。
Gathered here. Gathered? Who was gathered? And by who? I was here of my own free will, at least.
エラーを見たことがあるか。
Please to speak Japanese, K-thinks. Was that what I wanted to say? But I don't have the courage. If I said the wrong thing, she'd probably stab me. I couldn't have any idea what she was talking about anyway.
見たら教えろ。
She turned away after that. Her skirt flew up as she turned and I almost saw her panties. Weirdo. I quickly closed my eyes. Oh, okay.
私は3年の青い瀬名。駅前の電車にいる。
I opened my eyes, and the girl who called herself Senna was no longer there. Where did she go? I stood there in complete confusion, and it was only after I got back to the base that I realized I hadn't understood a single thing she'd said. Ah, home sweet home. Of all the weeks to have to go to school 3 times, what a depressing day. Who is that? I heard a strange cry a few meters away from me. It was so sudden my body jerked in surprise. I looked toward the source of the noise and...
鬼
Go run. Nanami ran over to me at incredible speed. I tried to escape, but it was too late. She got in front of me, blocking me in. She'd always been really athletic.
ちょっとなんで妹見て逃げるの
I don't know. Because you're obnoxious, obviously.
あ、そうやってすぐ黙るし
Really, why did my sister decide to go to Suzumi Academy? Of all places, she could have gone. It was a huge pain from my perspective. Whenever I saw her at school, she'd come over to and annoy me.
ねえねえ携帯どう使ってる使ってないでしょ
Some random guy called me and I
買って
didn't
からもう
answer.
何日か経ってるけど一度も家にかけてこないもんね
I tried to walk fast to shake her off, but she followed me, refusing to give up.
家に生存報告の電話ぐらいしなよそのために買ったんだからどうしても嫌ならそのナナの携帯にかけるだけでもいいからさお母さん心配してるんだからね
Yeah.
そもそもちゃんとご飯食べてんのどうせコンビニ弁当ばっかなんでしょ やっぱ
No.
お兄に一人暮らしは無理なんだよ家に帰ってきなよナナがどんな気持ちでお兄の様子見に行ってるか分かってるいつも心配でしょうがないんだからね
You shut up! What is your problem? Are you my mom? And why do you have to talk about this in the middle of the street anyway? I'm already in a bad mood and you're just making it worse. It's incredibly embarrassing to have to go to school with your younger sister next to you. Sure, It happened a lot in H games. In fact, I loved it when it happened in H games, but Nanami wasn't nearly as good as a 2D girl. And she's also your sister. Sigh. Somebody give me a cuter little sister. No! No! Nanami and I walked toward the school side by side, a bad mood simmering between us. I looked over at her, hoping I could get a chance to escape before we reached the school gate. She'd been so mad a moment ago, but she was quiet and seemed kind of out of it. Her eyes looked like they were drifting out of focus. Or was that my imagination? Yeah, I know, right? Her footsteps were unsteady. Just as I realized something was wrong, she stepped out into the road, a car coming right in front of her. I'm hoping this guy is the bad guy. You know, he really does talk like he's the bad guy. Like, oh my gosh. Yeah, I don't know, I guess, yeah. Oops.
危ない。
I grabbed her and pulled her close. The car drove past, its horn blaring. She narrowly avoided being run over.
お前、何やってんだ。
あれ
She seemed confused. Her eyes were blinking rapidly.
ナナ、今なんであんなこと。
Yeah.
あれ
Was she a total moron? Why didn't she know what she just done? Just to clear, this wasn't Moe at all. Not Moe in the slightest. Well, good, because that's your sister. He has a bunch of mannerisms indicating him as the bad guy. Yeah. He needs to... yeah. Ooh.
何やってるんだよ。車にひかれたいのか。
車なんて来てた
Yes. Of course there was. Was she going to senile on me? Oh, senile. Was she going senile on me?
ねえお兄、今ヒュンヒュンヒュンっていう音聞こえなかった
Huh? What was she talking about? I hadn't heard anything at all.
その音聞いてたらね、なんだかぼんやりした感覚になって。で、あそこに
Nanami pointed to the corner.
お
I
父さ
saw...
んとお母さんが立ってて、ナナを呼んでたの。
I looked where Nanami pointed. It wasn't my parents there, just some creepy guy. That is not our parents, that's just some guy, okay? He wore a checkered shirt, fingerless gloves, jeans with the legs rolled up, and white sneakers. The backpack he also wore was stuffed full. He looked like any otaku you'd see in Akihabara. And he even had a video camera in his hand. Maybe he was some kind of peeping Tom. Stop him.
おい、他人を指さすな。
What a rude little sister she was. Why would our parents be here anyway? Our home was in Shimokitazawa.
おかしいな。確かに呼ばれたのに。
The man looked at us. He was pointing his camera at me and Nanami. Ew, what was his problem?
行くぞ、ナナミ。
I got scared and ran away, leaving my sister behind. Oh my god.
あ、お兄、 ちょっと待ってよ。
You left her there with that weirdo? Jeez. I managed to ignore Anonymous until we got to school, then headed down to the bustling hallway toward my class. When I walked down the hall, I always walked on the side. On the side? What? When I walked down the hall, I always walked on the side. I'd always make sure to go at the proper speed, not too fast and not too slow. I'd make sure to keep my eyes down so I didn't meet anyone's gaze. These were my 3 rules. I needed to be like the air. I need to be like the air, invisible. I didn't want to stand out. That was my way of surviving in this world.
Yo, Taku.
Dang it. Someone noticed me. Once again, however, someone appeared who would make doing so impossible. Mizumi ran up to me from behind and, as always, gave me a too friendly slap on the shoulder.
おいっす。挨拶ぐらいしろって。ま、お前がそういうやつだってのは分かってるけどよ。なあ、この前 D 組の女子の話したよな。めったに学校来ねえけど、すげえ可愛い女子がいるって。
Yeah.
その子、岸本綾瀬って名前なんだけどよ。実は、その岸本に関して、すげえ発見したんだ。
He suddenly lowered his voice and looked around to make sure nobody was listening. He was probably about to say something dirty again. I felt vaguely sick and was ready to let out a huge sigh.
フェスいるだろ？フェス。
Mm-hmm. But when I heard what he said, I gasped.
その岸本ってのが、フェスなんだよ。
Whoa.
俺マジビビったぜ。まさかフェスがうちの学校の生徒だなんてよ。しかも俺らとタメだってことだぜ。
For some reason, he decided to lean out a nearby window and look up at the sky with an expression of joy.
運命ってきっとこういうことを言うんだな。
No. We were on the 3rd floor. If he slipped and fell, he'd snap his neck and die. I felt tense just watching him. Oh, okay, you're just worried about your friend. Hold on to him. He leaned forward even further and looked down at the entrance of the school. What am I doing? Oh, yeah.
噂をすればなんとやらだタク。岸本を発見した。もうすぐここに来るぜ。
え？
That was a crazy coincidence. And maybe there was some kind of fated connection between them. Like he said, not that I cared.
よし、待ち構えてやる。見てろタク。俺のナンパ術ってのを見せてやるよ。
No! Oh my gosh. Don't ambush her. There was a note of total confidence in his voice. It must be nice to be attractive. Sigh. Picking up girls was a foreign world to me. Not that it was one I had any interest in. I hope he gets slapped. A minute or so later, FES, wait, her real name was Ayase Kishimoto, right? Appeared. Mizumi was right. It was clearly her. I stood back a good distance away and looked at her carefully. It was a shock to see that she was the same age as me. FES was wearing her Suzume uniform and walked slowly with a look of Inu on her face. She looked like a completely different person than the way she'd often than the way she'd been on stage. When she was singing, there'd been a sense of power and motion in her voice, even when she was speaking softly. But now she just looked kind of sad and unapproachable. Mizumi must have seen it and decided to deliberately ignore it because he walked right up to her side with the same over-friendly attitude he'd always used with me.
Yo, Kishimoto-san. Oh, hayo.
What a brilliant but completely fake smile. How could you act that way with somebody you'd never met before? He was an inspiration, an idol, but not someone I wanted to copy. Not in the slightest.
あ、俺、三角大輔。よろしく。おっと、初対面とか思ってるだろう。でも違うんだな、これが。俺さ、こないだ、ファンタズムのライブ行ったんだよね。だから、君に会うのは2度目。
No, I wouldn't say you've actually met. I don't.
で、その時君の歌声に、こう、なんつうのビビってきちゃったんだ。別に俺、ミーハーとかじゃねえよ。惹かれたのはさ、詩とか君の可愛さとか、そういうところもあるけど、でも何より、一番すげえって思ったのは、やっぱ、バンドとしての完成度っつうか。あの音あっての君の歌声っつうの。ちなみに俺も実はバンドやりたいなって思っててさ、よかったらああいういいバンドメンバーを見つけるコツとか、バンドの先輩としての心得みたいなもの教えてくんねえかな。
No.
あ、今すぐじゃ迷惑だろうから。そうだな。放課後とか暇？どっかで二人きりでじっくり話さない？
And Mizumi kept talking and talking. The way he spoke was different than usual, and his voice was louder and more cheerful. And he wasn't directly hitting on her either. He was talking about her as an excuse to go out with her. I never heard anything about Mizumi wanting to start a band. It had to be a lie. I understood now. He wasn't just hoping the two of them had something in common. He was setting it up so that they would. But FES didn't even look at him. She walked right down the hallway as if she didn't hear anything at all.
Nah.
Haha, loser! Just kidding. FES suddenly stopped. She looked up ever so slightly and slowly, and looked right at me. Huh? Me? I remembered how it felt like FES was looking at me at the concert. Over the last 2 weeks, a lot of 3D girls had been staring at me. What was going on with that? Had I suddenly gotten really attractive? No. I don't think so. I looked away, of course, so my gaze only met hers for a second.
見つけて早く剣
The sword. FES suddenly spoke. Her words were cold and soft. I couldn't tell if they were directed to me or Mizumi.
剣。
そうすれば君は救われる
Oh. FES looked down without waiting for an answer and began to walk once more. She went past us and into Class D's room. Both me and Mizumi watched her go confused.
なあ、パグ。
I could tell he was in a bad mood. Despite all his best efforts, FES had completely ignored him, having someone refuse him to even acknowledge you exist must be pretty painful. I was used to that, though.
俺はここまでプライドをズタズタにされたのは初めてだ。
Good.
自信が
Wait, no,
つく
not
ぜ
good.
くそ
Good.
ちょっと有名人だからって調子乗りやがって。あんな不
Oh my
愛想な
god.
女もう二度と相手にしてやるもんかよ。
What it? This guy's so entitled. Oh my
あ
god.
るぜ大体何が剣を見つけろだ。わけわかんね
The sword. Did she mean that thing at the concert? The one that looked like a mic stand? Sorry, I lost the internet, so I had to switch to my phone. Oh, yeah. Dang. Come to think of it, just 2 days ago, somebody else had asked me about a sword. Or like, wait, what was like, like, I get, yeah, wait, okay, so like, I don't know if you, yeah, sad face, ooh, oh yeah, so the, person in the band, came up and told me to find a sword. Now she's telling, and now I'm thinking of this person. The girl named Senna, she was really scary. I thought she might actually kill me. That sword she'd been holding was shaped differently, but it was similar to the one that FES had at the concert. Was there some kind of connection between the two? I didn't understand. There was far too much I didn't understand. Shogun, the demon girl, Yua, FES, Senna, the swords. Like always, whenever I didn't understand something, I made a little list inside my head. I thought about adding myself to the bottom of the list, but stopped. It was just fine. Whoa, excuse me. It was everything else around me that was weird. Yeah, I was just fine. Oh my gosh, the chat's been stuck. It hasn't updated. I don't think that'll work. Whoops. Was FES on my side, or was she my enemy? That was all I needed to know, but I didn't have the courage to talk to her. Today I went to Anime instead of going to At Cafe. Why? To get my long-awaited Bloodtoon Seriatan post-awakening version figure? When I bought it, I saw an image of Yua's face in my mind for just a second, but I quickly shut down that line of thought. There was a Seriatan display at the store, and the figure they had out for show was every bit the quality work I'd come to expect from its designer. Yoshio Keijima? Yoshio Keijima? Time to head home and stare at every inch of her body. All I had to do to be happy was play ESO and stare at Seiri-tan once in a while. So why were these 3D people bringing all their problems to me? Why did this keep happening? As I forgot about FES and the sword, and was happily returning to the base. Oh, it's these guys. I ran into a pair of men who looked out of place, just 50 meters or so from home. I tried to avert my gaze and avoid them, but one of them was clearly looking directly at me. No! The one who spoke to me first was an unimpressive-looking middle-aged man, the kind you might see at a beating track. His hair was a mess, and he had stubble on his chin. His suit was tattered, and his necktie wasn't tied. Wasn't tied right. His leather shoes showed no sign of ever being cleaned, and he just looked like an overall loser. For some reason, he was waving a cheap 100 yen paper fan. Oh, yeah, 100. Betting. Oh, betting! Okay. Betting. Fan, 100 yen paper fan at himself, which only added to the impression that he was one of life's losers. He had a dopey look on his face too, a really stupid looking grin. Gambling. Yeah. You know, this guy keeps calling the detective guy a loser, but I don't know. Maybe he's looking in the mirror. Just kidding, maybe. But when I met his gaze for a second, I saw no trace of that stupid grin reflected in it. There was nowhere to run as I stood there, unsure of whether or not to answer. The two of them walked over to me. He took out a black notebook with an ID on the flap and showed it to me. It was a police notebook. I saw you, like you saw on TV shows. They'd finally come for me. There was only one reason I could think of: the crucified killing. Pretentious, isn't he? Yeah. Like, what does he gotta talk about, you know? Like, I don't know, maybe they're the same amount of loser. Oh wait, no, this guy has a job. A little. But also, yeah. There's AC. Like what? There was absolutely no pressure in his voice, but the other detective with him, the younger one, had a stern look on his face and had quietly moved to block my path. I started to sweat. If I said the wrong thing here, they might think I was the killer and arrest me. Please no. I gave up on running and nodded very slightly. Yes. I knew it! I wiped the sweat off my brow and nodded. This guy's so sweaty.
3番目に起きた通称貼り付け殺人事件も当然知ってるよね。
の近所で起きたわけなんだけども、その目撃者を探してるわけよ。あ、ちなみに君、名前聞かせてくれる？
I gulped. Was this whole thing a Kume's trap? Right, Koume? The detective just doesn't care the way he looks. Yeah. Maybe they were pretending to be police, trying to get me to reveal my private information so they could use it for something bad. Or maybe they were working the demon girl.
あれ、答えてくんないのかな？
There was no way to be sure either way. What should I do? If I give them a fake name, they might arrest me.
ああ、個人情報保護法とか気にしてる？おじさんそんなに信用なさそうに見えるかな。
Yeah, actually, you do look that sketchy. You do? Oh. That friendly way you're talking to me is just an act, right?
西条匠。
In the end, I couldn't come up with any brilliant plans to talk my way out of this, so I decided to just tell the truth.
西条匠くんでいいかい？
I nodded.
本当に？
Yeah. What? What the hell did that mean? I was nice enough to give you my real name. Why are you reacting like that?
いや、これは失礼。今のは気にしないでくれ。
Yeah, okay, I'll do that. His laugh was a little too loud to be real. It echoed through the quiet street. I want to go home.
その制服、水明だよね。何年生？
Did I have to tell him that too?
に
悪いね。聞き取れなかった。おじさん、もう年だから耳遠くてさ。もう一度言ってくれる？
No.
2年生。
ああ、2年生ね。どうも。で、西条さん。聞きたいことってのは、先月の29日の午後6時から10時頃にかけて、どこで何してたかなんだわ。
Was this one of those alibi things? Did they suspect I had done it? No way.
あ、いや、別に君を疑ってるわけじゃなくてさ。その時間にこの近くにいたなら、怪しい人物を見かけたとか、何か音を聞いたとか、ないかと思ってね。
Wait, how do you know what I was thinking? Get out of my head! The way he talked was starting to really make me mad. Maybe it was some kind of special technique he used to anger people when he was talking to. But I had seen someone suspicious. I'd gotten a clear look at them. I wasn't sure if it was safe to tell him, though. What if I did and the demon girl came after me? For now, she seemed to be leaving me alone, but she had Shogun with her. And he could see the future. She must have all kinds of crazy powers herself. It was the only explanation. If I told the police about the demon girl, she might find out about it with her Oh, clairvoyant powers. And then she might come to kill me.
なあ西条君、今日はそんなに暑いか？
We can go to my car. It has AC. If I didn't answer, they were sure to think I was the criminal, but it felt like if I said I hadn't seen anything, they'd see right through me. The man waved his fan at me. Cool air ruffled my hair.
もうすっかり秋だ。汗かくほど暑いとは思えんけどな。まあ体質ってのは人それぞれだしな。
Here, wait, I'm gonna see if this'll fix the chat. No thanks, Muto. Yeah. No thanks. Wait. Yeah, I don't know why it's stuck. It's forever like that. It was strange to hear that from a man who carried a fan around, but he was right. It wasn't that hot today. It was a pleasant temperature, if anything. I wiped away the sweat from my brow with my sleeve. This guy's so sweaty.
僕はやってない。
おお。
His eyes changed. I knew I'd screwed up, but I didn't know how. It's 'cause you said I didn't do it. Just like knowing... I just like knowing it. I just like knowing it, me all at the time. Knowing it all the time. Just like knowing it. Just like knowing it all the time.
何をやっていないんだ？
Oh, I don't know what I didn't do. He suspected me. I had to tell him. I stared at the cover of the manhole near my feet as I yelled.
見たんです。貼り付けの現場、そこに女がいたんです。で血まみれにして死体の前に杭がたくさん死体に突き刺さってて、あれ500本は絶対超えてた。異常だ。
It was crazy.
死体がハリネズミみたいになってて、女は僕を見てよかったって笑ってた。あの女は悪魔だ。人間じゃない。ニュージェネの母には人を超えた存在なんだ。ヨシとかすごい超能力とか使う。
Only then did I realize that the two detectives were looking at me with their mouths wide open in shock. Maybe they didn't believe me. I fell silent again.
悪魔か。なるほどね。そいつは参考になったよ。
Yup.
本当です。
ああ、分かってる分かってる。貴重な情報だよ。
僕を
Was, yeah.
守ってください。
Oh my gosh.
その前にその女の年はわかる？服装とか顔の特徴とか。
He's a sweaty wuss. He sweats all the time.
す 水明。
水明って水明学園？
Oh my gosh. I've been saying the name of the school wrong. I've been putting a Z. There's no Z. Huh.
その制服着てた。
Suime. Suime. Okay.
つまり西条君と同じ学校の生徒か。
He thought for a moment, and then grinned. It was hard to tell if his next words were a question or a whisper.
何年生だろうな、その女子高生は。
All bark, no bite. Yeah.
何年生だと思う？西条君。
わからない。
じゃあなんて名前だと思う？
わからないよ。僕はあの悪魔の名前なんて知らない。
その女の身長、体重、あとついでにスリーサイズについて。
What? What? Excuse me? Okay, I would. I guess you can like estimate a height, but I don't know. That last question's a little much. Who was this guy? Was he making fun of me? How the hell would I know any of that? I don't have the magic of the magic power of determining a girl's measurements just by looking at her. Like the hero of some harem manga.
なるほど。黙ってるってことはわからないってことだね。結構。参考になったよ。これは本部に戻って検討しないといかんな。
Okay.
先輩、マジっすか？
The older detective made a motion with his hand to silence the younger one, and then shot him a meaningful glance.
西条君、ちなみに連絡先とか教えてもらえる？
Maybe?
なんで？
Yeah. They didn't believe me after all. They thought I was crazy. They were going to accuse me of it. Dang it!
ああ、だって悪魔だっけ？そいつから君を守らなくちゃならないだろ？
Oh, I see. Good, they believe me. I don't know. This guy. I'd feel so much better if the police were protecting me. Of course, maybe even the police couldn't do anything about a demon. But it was better than being all alone. Feeling a little relieved, I took out my new phone and showed the detectives the number. Please arrest this weirdo. Yeah. Oh my gosh. He may not have killed anyone, but he's done other crimes. The younger one copied it down.
いや、忙しいところありがとうさ。君の身の安全は警察が保証するから、何の心配もしなさんな。じゃあ、また何か聞きたいことができたら電話するかもしんないんで、その時はよろしくね。
No.
イルスとか使わないでくれよ。今のところ警察にとっては君は重要な人物だからな。
え？
君の目撃証言は事件解決の重要な手がかりになりそうだ。
The two of them bowed and quickly left. The younger one was looking back at me and whispered something to his partner. The older one was walking quickly and ignored him. I let out a deep sigh. Wow, that was nerve-wracking. I'd never been interrogated by a real police officer. It was pretty scary, but they seemed to believe me. Maybe. I hoped the police would catch the demon woman. But everybody said the police were incompetent, right? So I shouldn't get my hopes up too much. Only then did I notice how thirsty I was, so I bought a bottle of soda from a nearby vending machine.
うわ、覚醒バージョン残すエロすぎ。パンモノじゃんか。まだ
Oh,
それがいい。顔かわいいよ顔。原作再現度はいまいちだけど、プンプンと漂うエロスが木島よしおらしさだよな。これはこれでグッジョブ。上着キャストオフとか、この角度からじゃほとんど全裸にしか見えんひょ
oh my god.
髪の動きがいいよな。覚醒バージョンは髪が命って持論があるわけだが、間違ってなかったな。さて、それではお待ちかね、パンツ行ってみようか。どれどれ。
No, oh jeez, this
ブリゾン
guy.
の作り込みいいよ。シワのつき方リアルだしって。おお、これスージーさんすげえ。マジですげえ。クオリティ高す
Oh my gosh, this guy needs to leave. Go out and talk to people. Go out and touch some grass or something. Oh my gosh.
ぎ。これセーラタン5作目にして早くも最高傑作爆誕じゃねえ。これ以上すごいのなんて出せないってマジで。やっぱ木島は神。
I carefully placed my new Surya 10 next to the PC monitor. Wow, Surya, you're so sexy. Please, real men are not like this kid. Yeah, no, this guy's just a weirdo. Oh my gosh. Just looking at her made me grin. This was a moment of pure joy. I logged onto Atchan to share my thoughts on the Seri 10 figure. When that was done, I checked my email and looked at Fairpera to see if I had any new friend requests.
おっと、マイフレ申請来てるじゃん。
Whoa.
誰これ。セーラコミの人か。はいはい、ゲイですよ。
And just when I was ready to log into ESO, I felt a prickling on the back of my neck. It was the same intense gaze that I had always felt. Whose eyes are those? Damn it! Not now! When did I first start feeling that gaze? I'd totally forgotten by now. But it kept getting in my way. A lot of things were happening that would interrupt my daily life, but the gaze was right up there with Nanami for being obnoxious. Okay, time to play the game again. Time to play the I'm not turning around that easily game. I kept my eyes locked on my monitor and tried to think of a cool line.
貴様、出てこい。僕の目をごまかせるとでも思ったか。甘いな。
Whoa, those are so cool. Just kidding. There was no answer. Of course there wasn't. It'd be scary if there was one. I heard a noise. I turned around and looked before I realized what I was doing. I'd lost today's Don't Turn Around game. There was nobody in my room. Was I hearing things? I hope so, I told myself. Again. I heard the sound again. I couldn't lie to myself anymore. It was the sound of somebody knocking on the door. Which meant someone was here. Really? Nobody ever came here. Even the people selling newspapers wouldn't come all the way up here. Who could it be? A delivery guy? No, I wasn't getting any packages today. Nanami? No, Nanami would pound louder and harder, and then she'd scream, "Brother, open up!" I'd recognized it if it were her. Yua? That was likely. She'd been here once before. Had the demon girl sent her here to kill me? But if so, why would she go through the trouble of knocking? The knocking sound kept coming. I froze, trying to figure out what to do, but no good ideas came to me. It just kept getting more and more scared. I know. I could just pretend to not be here. Or just... Or is that just being paranoid? But I should be careful, right? Shibuya's been really dangerous lately. And if it was Yua, I couldn't let her in. I'd basically be asking her to kill me. Wait, did I lock the door? I looked over to see. It was too dark to tell if the door was locked, however. Gotta put my binoculars on. I softly stood up, walked over to the door, while being careful as possible not to make any noise. By the time I made it to the middle of the room, I was finally able to tell for sure. The door wasn't locked! A cold chill ran down my entire body. My heart beat faster from nervousness. Right now, anybody could just walk right in and kill me. I needed to hurry and lock the door. If I made any kind of noise, it would be obvious I was here, but it would be better than letting someone inside. I ran over to the door. Dang it! And stepped on the container of a convenience store item I'd bought. Was yeah. Not gonna answer the door, too scared. I slipped and fell right on my butt. I moaned from the intense pain. And then the door slowly opened, began to open right before my eyes. I don't know who it was. I didn't know who it was, but who'd ever been knocking was now opening the door. I tried to force myself to stand up, but nobody refused to move from the pain. All I could do was watch it open, as tears ran down my face. First, I saw the hand. The sleeve was from Suzume Academy uniform. I could tell that much. Then the hair. It was a little longer than Nanami's, but it was shorter than Yua's. I didn't know who it belonged to. And then I saw the face peeking out from the other side of the door. And then I knew who it was. Someone unexpected, the worst possible someone. My vision threatened to go black from sheer despair. It was the demon girl. It was the demon girl. Our eyes met. She suddenly smiled happily. Her smile made me shiver. Oh no. Oh no, oh no! Her other hand was still behind the door. She must be holding one of those cross-shaped stakes in it. She was here to kill me. At last. She was smiling with joy at the thought of killing me. It was because I talked to those cops. She'd used her clairvoyant powers to see me doing it remotely. Don't kill me, I tried to scream, but I was too scared to get the words out.
コロッケ
She stared at me, tilting her head, and reacted and recited a strange spell. Do it, kill me, yeah, do it. This guy, this guy kind of deserves it. He's like a bit of a weirdo. She must be speaking in demon language. She was going to curse me. I crawled away, trying to get as much distance between me and her as possible. My hands kept slipping on the garbage as I crawled up. I managed to make it to the far end of the room and hide under my computer desk.
ねえ入っていいかな
Ooh.
っていうか入っちゃいます
Oh. The demon girl came inside. She even took her shoes off.
お邪魔しちゃった
Careful, you might get tetanus. Put your shoes back on.
あ散らかってても私平気だから気にしないでね
The door shut. Now there was nowhere to run. But surprisingly, the only thing she was carrying was her bag. I didn't see any kind of weapon. No, it had to be in the bag. I couldn't let my guard down. The second I let my guard down, she would come for me, or maybe that spell a second ago cursed me. In a few days, my body might start sprouting blood from all its pores, and then I'd die. Good.
頼むよ殺さないで
I curled up in a little ball on the floor, cursing the detectives I'd met earlier.
警察に喋ったこと謝るから
警察
それに話してもちっとも信じてもらえてなかったし
That was just a lie I said to buy time. The detectives had said they'd protect me. Okay. And? If the older guy was doing his job right, he'd surely send an officer to protect me. What? You're not calling anyone! No one's coming! Then I realized I'd told the officer my phone number. But I hadn't given him my address.
ビシッ
She suddenly struck a pose, like she was at attention. And then, even more strange, she made the sound effect of her hand snapping to attention with her mouth. Was this another demon spell?
独り言はやめるべし殺さないでとか警察がどうとか私には何のことかさっぱりだよ
She didn't know? Was this some kind of joke? Or was this her way of telling me to forget that anything had happened, had ever happened? What was this girl thinking? Hadn't she come here to kill me?
ほら立てる立とう
The demon walked over to me and offered a hand. Her expression looked so kind, and up close, I could tell that she was pretty cute. Wait, what had gotten into me? She was a demon. She wasn't pretty cute. She was a murderer. She used you and Shogun to try and set me up. And now she was here to she was here to kill me herself. I couldn't let myself believe her. I learned my lesson with Yua. I'd never make the same mistake again. I didn't take the hand she offered me. I couldn't let her smile fool me. It was a demonic temptation, and if I gave into it, I'd die. I don't believe in anything. I don't listen to anything anyone says.
だって見たんだ。お前が人を殺してるとこ。
あのさ、タク、それかなりひどいこと言ってるって気づいてる？
Oops, yeah, that was me. Oops.
まさか殺人犯呼ばわりされるなんてね。ははは。
What was she doing here?
ニュージェネの
Like, the other 4 times?
殺すんでしょ。それとも岩とか将軍とかがいる場所に連れてって。
ユア？将軍？誰それ？
Maybe the 3 of them were going to work together and kill me when I was helpless.
そんなのやだ。
So, like, anytime?
助けて。
じゃあね、私を殺人犯扱いしなければ助けてあげる。
I knew it!
そんなビビらないでよ。いちいち私がへこむようなリアクションしてくれるよね。
Maybe?
お願いだ。もう二度と誰にも喋らないから。だから見逃して。
もしもーし、タク、ちょっと落ち着こう。
She kept calling me Taku. Like, we were friends. How did she know my name anyway? She'd known my name when we'd first met at the scene of the crucified killing. How? How did she know where the base was?
当然でしょ。あなたの名前を知ってるのは。
Hmm? She read my mind. She had magic clairvoyant powers. I knew it. That's how she found my name and address.
タクって結構独り言多いよね。前から思ってたことだけど。
Always? Since when was always? Wait. Was I talking to myself? I couldn't tell. Really? Was I really talking to myself, or was it possible she was lying? Was it possible she read my mind?
タクの名前を知らないわけないよ。私、物覚えはそんなに良くない方だけど。友達の名前くらい覚えるよ。
Friend?
それともタク、私のことバカにしてる？そりゃ私、テストの点数はそんなに良くないけど。面と向かってそういうこと言われると傷ついちゃうな。
Was she crazy? Wait, how could I be sure she was... How could I be sure she was the crazy one? Was I crazy? Or was she? I think you're crazy.
もしかして転校生？
そういえば近いうちに転校生が来るらしいよ。スカチン先生が言ってた。
We were talking past each other. The fear that I could be killed at any moment was starting to fade. But instead, another type of fear was slowly working its way through my heart.
もしもし？その顔はまさか。ま まだ信じてくれてない？
誰だ？
Who are you? She was a murderer, the demon girl.
うわ、タクこそクラスメートの顔を覚えてないんだ。ひどー。
We're classmates? Not just friends, but classmates?
でもまあしょうがないか。タクはあんまり学校来ないもんね。だからって私の存在丸ごとなかったことにするのはどうかと思う。ちなみに名前も忘れちゃってるわけかな。
Yes.
はいはい、そうなのね。ショック。じゃあ思い出させてあげますよっと。私は崎畑凛美。
Oh.
リアクションなしかい。
Oh, whoa, that's a really cool name. Wow.
崎畑凛美。思い出した？
Yes. I never even heard the name Raimi Sakihata before. The only 3D girl I knew who would talk to me like this was Yua anyway. And Yua worked for her. In a flash, I suddenly understood. This Sakihata girl was using the same trick Yua had used. She was being all friendly, knowing that I wasn't used to talking to 3D girls. Then she'd set me up for a trap. Of course, I didn't remember the faces of my classmates, and I wasn't interested in trying, but I was sure I'd never seen her in my class. Wasn't I? No, I couldn't be sure. Every minute I spent at school, I spent at my desk, either enjoying delusions while pretending to sleep, or staring at the desk, or pretending to read my textbook. I didn't remember any of my classmates' names. I'd never cared enough to. It's a trap! It's a trap! Which was it? Was it Demon Girl... Was what the Demon Girl saying true? No, it didn't matter whether or not she was a classmate. The one thing I was sure of was that she was a murderer.
たく記憶力ゼロ？まあいいや。
Yeah, no, it doesn't work.
じゃあ大臣に聞いてみて。
Daichin? What the hell was that? A person's name? Some kind of code? A demon spell?
大臣だよ、大臣。三角大輔。
Huh? She knew Misumi? She knew Misumi's name? And she called him Daichin? What? You wouldn't do that unless you were pretty friendly with him.
というわけで、はい。
The demon girl found my phone on the sofa and picked it up and offered it to me. She wanted me to call Mizumi, maybe. I didn't like calling people, but if I didn't do it, she might kill me. Helplessly, I decided to call him, but I realized I didn't know Mizumi's phone number. I froze. The demon girl seemed confused before going around to my side and looking over at my phone. Her hair rustled. Her hair rustled. Oh my god. Her hair rustled. Her hair rustled a little, and I could smell the sweet scent of her shampoo. Oh. She was a demon. I couldn't let her tempt me. I wasn't into 3D girls. Saratan gave me power. Give me power.
もしかして番号知らない？
No.
だったら先にそう言ってくれなきゃ。ごめんごめん。
She apologized and took the phone from my hand for a moment. Her fingers... For a moment our fingers touched. She was warm. I guess even a demon had the same blood in her veins as a human. Wuzzled. Yeah, I do that sometimes. Wuzzled.
大地の番号はね、ほいほいほいの。
She quickly tapped in the number. From the speed she typed it in at, it had to be the one she knew well.
ほーい、つながった。
She offered me the phone. I didn't know what to do, so I took it and held it to my ear, as you do with phones. I could hear the sound of the ringing, but then the sound cut off, and instead I heard Mizumi's voice.
あ、
Someone answered. Who could it have been? The person on the phone didn't give their name. And they must have been outside somewhere downtown, because I could hear the rustle and bustle of a crowd around them. I really hated phone calls. I couldn't be sure if I was even talking to Mizumi. The voice sounded similar, but maybe slightly different?
タク、大地に出た？
I don't know. It might be somebody else. I'm just kidding. She was staring at me again, this time from right in front of me. Damn it! Why did she have to be so close to me? I turned my back to her and steeled myself. Whoop!
西。
Was it just me, or was Mizumi acting weird? I think it's you. How had he known it was me so quickly? I don't know. 'Cause you're such good friends. He knows you and how you talk or something. I don't know. Here, wait, I'm gonna see about fixing the chat showing up on the screen. Unless it's only broken on my side. Let's see if this... Wait... Oh. No. Wuss. Yeah! No. I guess it's just broken. I don't know. Oh! Oh! There we go! Wait, now there's two. Here, wait. Let's see. And then... There we go. How had he known it was me so quickly? All I did was say Nishi. Hello, myself. Yeah. There's two of you. What's going on? Right, I'll do that. It was possible that she was just trying to have me call somebody with a voice similar to his to fool me. The person with the Mizumi-like voice was working for her, maybe, and trying to trick me. Maybe the demon girl knew that I didn't have Mizumi's real number, and had to set this up from the start. I was starting to get suspicious of everything. I didn't know what was the truth and what was a lie. Huh? Wait. No, what? Hold on. No thanks. Yeah, no. Ugh. Yeah. Okay. I'm starting to get suspicious of everything. I didn't know what the truth was and what was a lie. Assuming the demon girl was willing to put in the time and effort to set up a trap like that, what kind of trap was it specifically? Wouldn't it be faster for her to just kill me here? Or was there some reason it had to be, was there some reason I had to be deceived? If was there some reason that I had to be deceived? Even if it meant doing it in some really roundabout way? Wait, did that... No. Okay. Wait, could it be some kind of trick Mizumi was setting up? This girl was his girlfriend, and not a classmate at all, but someone he'd sent just to make fun of me. No, wait, not a chance. Hello, brain words speak. Yeah, I know. It's getting a little hard. how would you explain the crucified murder then?
で、タク、なんか用か？お前から連絡してくるなんて珍しいこともあるもんだな。ま、俺としては野郎からの電話なんてあんま嬉しくねえんだけどな。
Oh my gosh. It certainly sounded like Mizumi. The more I heard him talk, the less likely it seemed that the person I was talking to could be anybody but Mizumi.
女の口説き方でも教えてもらいたいのか？
No. It's too late for me.
なわけねえか。
I wasn't sure where to start. I could feel someone looking at me from behind. The girl was staring at me. Amen, brother, yeah. It's too late. I'm too far gone. Whoop. And the prickling on the back of my neck, and it was still there. What was the look on her face now? I wanted to look back and see, but I was too scared.
用がねえなら切るぞ。お前の無言電話に付き合ってるほど暇じゃねえんだ。今、女と一緒だからよ。だからなんだよ。用があるなら早く言って。
その、
なんだよ。早く言えって。
Yeah, hurry up.
うちのクラス
ああ、うちのクラスがどうした？
いる
何が？
女子。
There's a lot.
咲畑って名前の。
I was stammering really badly, but I finally managed to explain to him. He suddenly fell silent. There was no answer. But I could still hear the bustle of the crowd, so he didn't... So he hadn't hung up. Why wasn't he answering? What? I heard a massive sigh.
お前さ、ゲーム脳じゃねえの？
What was he talking about? And anyway, it wasn't true that video games damaged your brain.
一瞬考えちまったよ。咲畑なんて名字で言うからよ。それってリミのことだろ？
Why?
お前、いくら三次元の女に興味ねえからって、あいつのことまで忘れるか？俺はともかく、お前は1年の時から同じクラスだったろ？この前だって3人で一緒に映画見に行ったじゃねえか。
Just the other day. What? I couldn't grasp. What was this Mizumi-like person? What this Mizumi-like person was saying? The demon girl and I had been in the same class the whole time? And the three of us went to see a movie the other day? When was the other day?
俺がお前とダチになったのだって、最初はリミに付き合わされたのがきっかけだったしな。俺と同じで、リミも物好きだからよ。ニートのお前を気にかけてやってるのは、世界広しといえど、俺とリミぐらいだぜ。
Yeah.
それは言い過ぎか。
No, I don't think that's going too far. I think you hit the nail right on the head. Not a single one of the words coming through the phone felt real. How could they? None of the things he was describing existed in my memories. I couldn't accept that they'd ever happen. What this Mizumi-like person was telling me wasn't true. it wasn't real. If something really happened, you remembered it.
ていうか、君ってマジで女っ気ないよな。おっと、これはあいつには言うなよ。
君は誰だ？
おいおい、マジでおかしくなったか。俺のことまで忘れたわけか。ゲームやりすぎ。
And I hung up the phone. I couldn't take it anymore, so I hung up the phone. I suddenly realized that I wasn't having trouble breathing. The sweat coming off my brow showed no signs of stopping. If anything, it was getting worse. I could feel it dripping off me and landing on the ground below. This guy's so sweaty.
汗びっしょりだよ。
Yeah. Making a swimming pool? Just kidding. The demon girl looked genuinely worried as she handed me a handkerchief. Wussy. Yeah. It was a cute red one with no pattern on it. The handkerchief had a slightly floral scent. I didn't take it. Instead, I tried to get it straight in my head. What was going on? It didn't work though. I just started getting suspicious of everything.
で、大臣はなんて？
She gave me a slightly disappointed sigh as she put away the handkerchief. Then she put on a victor smile. It was as if she'd known the answer from the start. I didn't have the strength to answer her. Who was this woman? Just my classmate or a monster? I didn't know. Maybe I was just crazy. Thinking back to my chat with Shogun, I couldn't be sure that somebody wasn't controlling my body. Or maybe there was some kind of accident that took my memories of Reimi Sekihata girl from me and left my other memories intact. What the hell was wrong with me? Other than everything? Just kidding. Amnesia? Sleepwalking? Something else?
大丈夫？体辛いならソファーで横になる？
The demon girl spoke kind words to me. I need to be especially careful around her. Who said kind... around anyone who said kind words to me. Anybody who'd been nice to a creepy otaku like me definitely had some kind of ulterior motive. I shook my head no, and then forced myself to look up. The sweat got in my eyes and made my vision blurry. Her face was closer than I thought it would be. What color were her eyes? Pink. They're pink.
なんで？
なになに？
ここにいる。
ああ、ごめんね、勝手に入っちゃって。でもノックしてたんだよ。
Yeah, I guess, yeah. Yeah.
タクは全然出てきてくれないし、中でものすごい音が聞こえてくるしで、結構ハラハラしてたんだから。
なんで？
今度は何？
ここにいる。
I didn't mean why. I didn't mean why were you here? I didn't mean why were you able to get inside? What was she even doing here? If she came here to kill me, why wasn't she doing anything?
ああ、ここに来た理由？ね。
Her hand went Her hand went to her bag. And she took out a handout.
進路希望のプリント持ってきてあげたの。
I took it from her. It said post-graduation plans with 3 blocks below for first preferences, second preferences, and third preference. Was that really it? Was that the only reason?
帰ってよ。
I didn't want anything to do with her. It was a terrible idea to get involved with 3D girls. You kill me, yeah. Ooh. This guy, am I right? This was some kind of trap. Don't listen to her. This isn't real. This is a video game. A really... Oh my god. A really... A really... A really... A really... A really... A really buggy game. Look at all these weird plot contradictions. It doesn't make any sense as a story.
僕に関わらないでよ。
You're right, yeah. If you're not here to kill me, then just go away. I'm me, not somebody else. Maybe some other me was friends with Remi Sekihata, but that had nothing to do with the real me. I put my head in my hands and closed my heart to the outside world. I shivered, trying to imagine a delusion where the girl named Remi Sakita wasn't in my room. I soon heard the sound of the door opening, which told me that the demon girl had left. Whoa. Okay. I think that's gonna be it. I'm just gonna get even worse at reading. My lisp will come out. Oh no! I didn't read that. That's alright. My lisp is starting to show up. Yeah. So I think that's gonna be it for today. We're gonna come back next time. Where's the title? Yes. Later, Gator. Yeah, see ya. And thank you for coming and watching. Thank you for chatting. I really appreciate it. Bye-bye.